Commissioner Carey, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I will do that. Please stand, face the flag, put your hand over your heart, and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play Commission.
Thank you. Mr. Ramirez, will you call roll call, please? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Vice Chairperson Smith,
Yes, present.
Commissioner El Shanable,
Present.
Commissioner Carey,
Present.
Commissioner Ortiz is not here yet. We're going to put not yet on the agenda.
He'll probably show up in a few minutes, I'm sure. Okay, oral communications. Please note the rules for meeting decorum on the screen. In the interest of time, these will not be read, but be advised that the Planning Commission will adhere to these standards. This is the time for the public to address the Planning Commission and the Airport Zoning Commission for items not on the agenda. Please note that if an item is scheduled as a public hearing, you will have an additional opportunity to speak when the public hearing is opened or continued. Comments made now regarding items scheduled for a public hearing will not be included in the official record of public testimony for that item. If anyone would like to address the commission on items that are not on the agenda, please come up to the podium. Please address your comments to the commission as a body and not to individual commissioners directly. Only very brief responses may be given to questions asked on topics not on the agenda. Please keep your remarks to 3 minutes. Anyone like to step up to the podium and speak? Okay, seeing no one, I will close oral communications. The Planning Commission and Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar. Do we have any items?
We have no items.
No items. So we'll now recess the Airport Zoning Commission. Planning Commission consent calendar. Are there any items?
We have no items.
No item. Continued public hearings. We have no items.
Correct.
New public hearings. Tentative parcel map application number 2018 PM01. Tentative parcel map 80503. Now is the time and place to open the public hearing to consider tentative parcel map application number 2018 PM01. Associate Planner Maria Macherik will present a staff report.
Good evening, Commissioners. I will be presenting the parcel map application for tentative parcel map 80305. And this is a project, it's a request to approve the tentative map. The existing 130,675 square foot parcel is proposed to be split into 4 separate parcels for the purpose of facilitating development of the site in the future. And I'll go through that a little bit. The Planning Commission is designated as the approving authority and is authorized to approve, conditionally approve, or disapprove any tentative maps for subdivisions. As you can see from the vicinity map, the site is primarily surrounded by commercial and industrial uses. There are hotels to the north and to the south of the project site, and you're probably very familiar with this. Is right on Aviation Boulevard. There's a really nice development there in this area. There are professional offices and another credit union right behind this parcel, and that's to the east. Across the street is the City of Manhattan Beach parcels, and you know there's Northrop Grumman and those areas there. The parcel is located within our CR, Regional Commercial Zone, and is surrounded by regional commercial. And only one industrial lot is nearby, as you can see, and that is a self-storage facility to the rear there. So the property, as I mentioned, is zoned CR, and it's currently improved with a 3-story office building. It has 223 parking spaces, and that includes 159 spaces within a parking structure, and it's a two-level parking structure, and there's 64 surface parking stalls. There's also a small ATM right to the north of the building itself, as you can see there. The credit union, there's the Unified Financial Federal Credit Union. They currently occupy a small area of the existing three-story building here in this area. But the remainder of the building, which is a pretty large building, it remains vacant. The applicant currently is constructing a 3,600 square foot building, and if you've driven by the site, which I'm sure you have, you've seen that it's under construction right now. And that in itself is going to be a separate parcel. This is the tentative parcel map, and you've been able to view it a little closer in your packets. There's 4 parcels that are being proposed. There's parcel number 1, which is where the 3,600 square foot credit union building is being built, which is right here in this area. Parcel number 2 is the existing building that's there, the 3-story building. Parcel number 3, it will, right for now, remain vacant. And parcel number 4, along with the parking lots, all the landscaping, the common areas, that is parcel number 4. So it's the largest parcel that is being proposed for this site. This is a rendering of the current improvements that are occurring on this site. And as you can see, where the credit union is going to be located is towards the bottom here. And that's a 3,600 square foot building. The existing building will remain the same. And I want to note that, let me go back to that slide. The parking calculation that I've placed in the staff report is mostly for informational purposes. Your task as the Planning Commission is for the approval of the subdivision. The applicant is permitted to build on the site even without the subdivision because it is, they are permitted uses on this site. So I included the parking calculations so you can see that they do indeed have parking for the current improvements. When they come in later in the future to develop the site further, they will provide any required parking on the site, and they will show that to us. And that will not come before the Planning Commission unless it's a use that requires discretionary approval. This is just a rendering of the future improvements. One of the things that they are proposing on lot number 3 are 2 future office buildings. And you can see that it'll be to the north of the existing 3-story building. So this is a rendering of what to the side will eventually look like once fully developed. So the staff recommendation is that the Planning Commission adopt PC Resolution 2019-01, approving tentative parcel map number 80305 to subdivide the existing parcel into 4 separate parcels for the purpose of facilitating development of the site with additional office buildings in the future. And that concludes my staff report. If you have any questions, also the applicants are present.
Okay, thank you. Does the Planning Commission have any questions for the staff? This is time for questions of staff only.
I just want to be sure that my credit union is going to be in the corner down there.
Right here.
That's the southwest
It-
corner of the property.
It's, let me go back to right here. So yes, it's on the south side of the building.
South and west
Mhm.
side, okay.
Mhm. Southwest little corner.
Looks like they're going to make every use of every inch of that piece of property.
Yeah.
They have everywhere.
Yeah,
But it looks beautiful.
it
Yes.
does.
It does.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I do not,
Really, nothing? Is the applicant present? Do they wish to speak?
Good evening, Commissioners.
Please.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good
My
evening.
name is Tony Reyna. I'm Planning Manager with Continental Development Corporation, and I'm here this evening with my colleagues, Alex Rose, Vice President of Development, and Bryce Castor, a Development Associate. First, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to staff, to Maria for all of her coordination, her staff report, and also to other members of the Planning Department and Engineering Department for their assistance with the application process. We appreciate it. For those of you that may not be familiar with Continental Development Corporation, we're based in El Segundo on Rosecrans Avenue. Our company has been in business since 1969, so we have over 45 years of experience developing, owning, and managing properties, office space, retail space, restaurant, research and development, medical office, mainly in the South Bay region. One thing that you might be interested in is back in 2002, we did develop and build 14650 Aviation Boulevard, which is about a 25,000 square foot office building, which is to the south and east of the subject property. It's right behind the hotel, the Suites Hotel. So now we did sell that property in, I think, approximately 2009. It was built in 2002. And so now we're happy to be back in your community. And the project before you tonight is our request to subdivide 14500 Aviation into 4 parcels. And the purpose of that is to basically provide us with the flexibility to create the most flexible environment for future development in the market that we're currently in. So I'm here to answer any of your questions along with my colleagues. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the commission on this issue? If you'd like to, step up to the podium. Okay, I don't see anyone. Mr. Ramirez, are there any documents to place into the administrative record, such as late communications?
No, there's not.
Thank you. Do any of my fellow commissioners have any final comments on this item or questions from staff?
I do not.
It's a great
Okay,
report,
fine.
Maria.
Yeah. Great job.
Okay, I now formally close the public hearing on this item. Call on my fellow commissioners for a vote on this item.
Right, we need a motion to approve, right?
So do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2019-01 as has been presented.
I'll second.
Thank you. Secretary, please call for the vote.
We have a motion by Commissioner Carey and a second by Commissioner Alshanable. I'll take the vote. Commissioner Alshanable,
Yes.
Commissioner Carey,
Yes.
and Vice Chairperson Smith.
Yes.
So that's 3 yes votes. The resolution passes.
Thank you. We'll now
Good luck.
recess the Planning Commission, call back to order the Airport Zoning Commission. Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar. We have any items?
No, we do not.
No item. Thank you. Airport Zoning Commission, new continued public hearings?
No items.
No items. We'll now call back to order the Planning Commission concurrently with the Airport Zoning Commission. Are there any administrative items?
No,
No,
there are no
thank
items.
If I may, for under administrative, if we can, I'm so sorry, through the chair, if I may. Since we've never had a situation like this where the president just left, so is that an automatic? The vice becomes president? Or do we need to agendize it as we do every year?
So at this point, the city council is taking applications for a replacement for the new council member, Talita. However, with regard to process, whether the vice chair takes over or if, once the new commissioner's seated, there's a new vote and assignment, I'd have to do a little research on that.
Okay, because normally, I mean, how it's been going for the past 15 years is like it rotates. So it's, you know, like whoever was vice becomes president, and then the chair of the commission decides on a vice. So I don't know if that's going to be the same or if it's worth agendizing for next meeting.
So why don't I
Yes,
put an informational item on that to
yes.
just give a brief outline of the process that's forthcoming, and then if there's any options.
Okay. Commissioner reports?
I just have one thing to say. I don't know if you've all received the email that we are due for our ethics training.
Right.
And
We saw it.
because Melissa is on maternity leave, I think that we have to take it online. So I'm just reminding you that the deadline is January 31st. I think they said that make sure that you do it before January
Yeah,
31st.
I
So,
saw that today.
Correct.
Yes, so
Good thing it's raining and we can't fly tomorrow.
you'll take that time to take your ethics training.
I might make it.
So no excuses.
Yes,
No excuses.
Okay.
that's it for me.
Commissioner Carey, you have anything?
No, I have nothing.
Okay. If there's not anything further from the commissioners, these meetings will be adjourned at
I-
6.
Oh, you want to see the exact time? 18:18.
Yeah,
6:18.
6:18. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, well,
Oh.